Hey everybody, this is Jason Roggasch. I just wanted to do a quick video about bricks. Not bricks that you build a building with, but bricks in the acronym sense of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. These 5 countries have gotten together in trade agreements, in many different economic circles. They are viewed by the West as potentially a threat or enemies to the hegemony that the United States, Great Britain, those powers have developed. You can throw Germany into that. You can throw France into that. You can throw you can throw Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and many of the lesser countries that America kind of controls and that the West kind of controls through sanctions and through trade routes and through their military might, etc. But what's going on right now is that BRICS is kind of coming under attack. What it looks like is, in the article that I'm showing in the video here, is it's an attempt that is coming from the West, and I think when you say the West, you mean America, really, to suppress, BRICS, these countries that have gotten together to, and this didn't just start, they've been together for, I think, 2 years now, maybe 3 years, something like that. They have an upcoming meeting in Beijing. Now, this is a big deal because, obviously, it's a big deal if you know anything about geopolitics. The fact that America has been left out completely in the cold in this plays into the propaganda model that Russia uses against America, that America uses against Russia as well, and the superpowers. But what this has done is throwing in Brazil and Brazil's elections. Look up, Google Brazil elections, and I'll leave some links about that, and I'll do a video later about the Brazilian elections that just happened. Them basically saying no to neoliberalism and the policies that have led so many countries down this, supply side, the wrong side of supply side economics, being a victim to the West. Brazil is kind of moving away from that heavily, as many of their South American and Central American neighbors have. But back to the BRICS countries, I think this plays into also a video that I made a few days ago about oil prices being manipulated to destroy the Russian economy. I think this plays into that. I think dropping oil down to $70 a barrel from 115 in June plays into this kind of, let's take down Russia, because Russia really is the catalyst because of their oil, their natural resources, their history, their power, their might, their military strength. They are nowhere near what the United States is, but if you throw in China, India, South Africa, and Brazil, you start to have quite a formidable force to be reckoned with that the West has to deal with. And so the West is starting to flex back. Again, when I say the West, I mean America and Great Britain, essentially, but it's predominantly America. They don't like this, and they don't particularly want to see these countries succeed. Now, you've had people like Sergei Lavrov, who is an official in Russia, making statements that these oppressive kind of sanctions that the West has put on these countries, especially Russia, have actually helped Russian technologically advance quicker, because it's kind of forced them to go in different directions. It is being, I think, strategically destroyed, and I think it's in part to kind of destabilize this BRICS union that has developed, that is opposing Western power and Western might. They're trying to do things without America, and that is, of course, not how America ever has in its recent history, and I say recent in the last, since World War II, even before. That's not the way it happens, because American business interests don't play that way. American business interests, British business interests, they don't take it lightly when countries try to organize against them in any meaningful fashion. You can see that with the United Nations. You can see America is starting to lose some of its power because of technological advances, because of the internet, because of people being informed about what's going on, and they're fighting back, and that has been that, I believe, that one of the main reasons that the oil prices have dropped is to destroy the Russian economy. Also, never forget that it also hurts the Iranian. The oil dropped the oil prices being dropped per barrel. Also hurts Iran, Venezuela, Saudi Arabia, which is one of our allies, but it weakens them, so they have to be more controlled by the United States in that region and in the West. And it really hurts Russia. And so what we're seeing now is, I think the BRICS countries who are now openly coming out, at least Russia is, and saying, hey, we are being messed with by the West. This is a problem. They are doing this. This isn't, we're not making this up. This isn't some kind of, here, let me show you the official sanctions, and then let me show you what's going on in the other darker black op kind of sanctions. And I think that's what's going on. So keep an eye out, and especially when we come up in an election year, which we are coming up on, there's going to be a lot of talking about our relationship with these countries. At least there should be. And the BRICS countries will always be, if you look at just, they have the three of the four largest economies in the world, and they have three of the four largest, most populated countries in the world. Russia, India, and China. America is the third largest populated country in the world, and they have 3 out of 4, which is pretty. This is a lot of power facing up against the West, and now the West is fighting back, and that starts with oil, and that starts with a lot of other things that are going on in the tech field, in telecommunications, in any array of technologies. Please Google those. I'll leave some links below. But yeah, so meet the BRIC countries and really start to get to understand and know them, and know what this group's plans are, because it will directly affect you as an American, and it will really directly affect everybody in the world. Thank you very much, and have a great day.